are you today? It's Tuesday, week 16 of building my video production 24 stills. I'm on the way now to a coffee shop. As I said last week, I think one of the most important things is just networking and building the network. So I got connected already, I think 1.5 years ago, with a guy who used to own a boutique video production on the West Coast, and he sold it and moved to New York and stuff. But he was back then down to meet with me and connected me also with one of my first clients back then. It was very helpful. Also to say he is a very nice, a very humble guy, a very helpful guy, which is not seen so often in this industry. And he was down after many months again to meet up because he's also kind of busy. So going to meet with him, going to chat, see what he's up to, telling me a little bit what we are doing here, and combining it a little bit with a working session, a little bit outside, since it's such a nice weather here. So the coffee went great. Chris is such a humble guy. He told me that he's starting a corporate job now, where he's doing all the video content for them in-house. And he offered me to connect me with some of his former clients because he won't be able to manage all of his previous clients. Also, one or two of them might have a need for corporate documentaries. To be honest, it would be incredibly helpful. It's not a given in this city, but also in general, that somebody opens their network so much to you. He likes what we are doing here. And he said he would connect us, which is incredible. Super happy that we could catch up. And besides that, today's Tuesday, it's finally time for digging into the editing. After last week of having so many shoots, I have to start editing the image spot for the German bank now. And I think the biggest challenge is that the video won't be too long. I think personally 2, maximum 3 minutes, but we have 5 people who are talking. So it will be interesting to make it not too long. How are you today? So it's Wednesday, guys, and 2 days ago I got a very cool inquiry from apparently a successful YouTuber who's doing a business video podcast, hosting one in Miami. And I got connected from another person that I know, and this YouTuber would need kind of an interview setup for his business podcast next week here in Manhattan, where I would film the business partner, the podcast partner, and he would sit in Miami. Got an inquiry. To be honest, it's very well paid. He knows what he's doing because the briefing was already very structured. But I could immediately see 2 problems out of this. So first of all, I'm already booked next week. I'm booked at 4 p.m. at Hudson Yards. It would be doable, but also a little bit risky. And second problem, because it's kind of a business podcast, he expects capture cards similar to live streaming, where you connect the camera to the computer and are able to kind of record the whole thing over your computer, so that everything is kind of super synchronized, which makes sense, which is good. But I do not have experience with it, and also I do not have time and energy to learn that until next week. So instead of kind of bullshitting him and telling him that we could do it in that way, I immediately got back to him and said, yes, we can do it. Would love to help you out, but here are the problems. We would need to start earlier, at least a little bit. And I can't do capture card, but I'm able to do a different kind of setup instead, where I would put a teleprompter in front of the camera and I would kind of put my iPad in front of the teleprompter and let him kind of FaceTime over the iPad with this person, so that they kind of look into the camera while FaceTiming with each other while we could record it on the camera. It's a little bit a different setup, but it is something that would be doable. And so he hasn't gotten back to me finally. He's still thinking about it, how he wants to approach it. I don't know if it will turn out, but I just think it's much better for building a good long-term relationship probably with this person if I'm upfront what I can offer him, and also I do not want to screw up my other gig on this day. So yeah, we'll kind of keep you updated how this turns out. Alright, and because we are talking so much today about dealing with clients, I also want to tell you a good example how to be a partner with and for clients. So give you context. Over the last years, we've been working with an event company in Europe doing kind of medical conferences, and yeah, we've worked with them especially for one congress. And last year, in October, we filmed in Denmark, and they said to us, "Hey guys, please put a hold in your calendar. We'd love to work with you." Great. So now it's April and we haven't heard back from them, and got other inquiries over the last weeks. So I had to reach out to them. I was like, "Hey guys, I hope everything's fine. We do not need any details, but I need to plan the rest of our year. So could you tell us if you would like to work with us again?" And after 2 a little bit stressful days, they get back, said, "Yes, we would love to work with you again, but also would love to change a little bit the concept of video for this year." So before that, we always produced kind of highlight reels for them. This was one part of the video. And the other thing was we produced an event video, a classic after movie, you can say, which is great. So we had these reels and the event film. And now they told me they would love to pivot, especially for the reels, more into a live coverage, narrating direction, where they maybe guide the viewer through the set, through the event, and tell what's going on there, which I think is great. And I said to them, we should definitely talk, because I think besides of after movies are great and you have pretty pictures, you have nice music, but I think what people nowadays really want to see is hearing people telling and speaking about their experience. And so I want to pitch them that we could do these social media reels, live coverage on the one side, and on the other side, I would love to produce a documentary about this event for them, with them. We would have maybe different stakeholders, maybe some employees, maybe some of the president/CEO, and also maybe people who attend this event, maybe 3-4 people. Put them into a nice interview setting and let them talk about this event and about this experience, and kind of mix, of course, everything with some nice event coverage, but kind of showing the audience what this event is about, and showing especially their target audience why they should attend next year. Also being said, this event is going to be in Sweden for this year, which is very exciting. So yeah, it would be pretty pictures, a cool story, and I think also cool people. And I think you could really tell a really engaging story with that. And that being said, I think it is very important, if you run an agency or video production, however you want to call it, that you are not just kind of an agency where you press a button and just film something, where you kind of act as a partner for your clients. All right, I was just coming home and I wanted to talk with you about a topic that I've been thinking of over the last, I would say, 3 weeks, and that's called data management / SSD hard drives. I don't know if you realized it, but prices have gone crazy over the last months probably. I bought one of these SanDisks, I think 4 terabyte SSD hard drives, the Extreme Pros, like very good ones, last year. And when I wanted to buy them again this year, now like 3 weeks ago, and it would have cost on Amazon $650, something like that. So the prices are insane. And so I bought this one. I bought this one for, I think, refurbished for the same price than I bought it last year. But all of this let me, in general, go down this rabbit hole of data management and the question how much we as video production agencies should store the data of our clients. And if we maybe should start contracting out that we would only store footage for a limited of time, 60 days after completing the project. And after that, we would delete it, giving the client still the opportunity to buy the footage, which I think needs to be very well communicated and probably written down in a contract from the beginning so that it's not kind of shady. But on the same side, I think if prices go like this and you know you very likely won't use this footage anymore, it's kind of a win-win situation. Like you get money and you don't have to store everything on your own hard drives. But for example, the gig that I had last week for Creator Economy, I ended up with, I think, 250 something gigabyte. I will never watch this footage again, to be honest. And the owner asked me, hey, am I able to get the raw footage? So I was like, hey, maybe this could be an avenue where we both are kind of happy and find a good agreement. And maybe this is also kind of scalable for other clients. And I know many people think differently about selling footage, but also I think we need to be realistic how crazy much storage costs right now. So yeah, would love to hear your opinion about it. Also, if you're in general interested how I'm managing this whole data thing here, let me know. Would love to make a video and talk a little bit about that. But yeah, this is just on my head. I will go outside now, getting a couple of shots of this beautiful weather, Brooklyn, Crown Heights, just because, yeah, it's still spring, but already feels like summer.